After finishing this activity, you'll be able to change the slide's transition effects in your PowerPoint presentation. Transition effects. Another major edit you may make to an existing presentation is to change the transition effects on your slides. Slides transition helps you bring your presentation to life. Well, transition effects are animation options within a presentation. You cannot see the transitions in action from the static presentation view of slides. But when you start the actual slideshow, transitions will dictate how the presentation progresses from one slide to the next. Transitions can be used to set specific time intervals before moving forward in the show, or can be used to make slides change with the click of a mouse button. Transitions also change the way a new slide enters or exits in the screen. To edit transition effects, you need to access the Transitions tab in the ribbon. From this area, you can edit, delete, or add transitions to a specific slide. Adding transition options to your PowerPoint slides. Here in this example, I have a PowerPoint presentation that contains 4 slides, and I want to add transition effects to those slides when they are shown to the audience. To add transition effects, we first go to Transitions tab in the ribbon, and a list of several transition options appears. Here the list contains these different transition options. Once you choose to click on one in order to be applied on your slide, the preview button here is activated. Let's try some of these options for transition effects on slides. The None option selected here specifies that no effect is applied on this slide. Hovering your cursor over the different options available will give you a slight preview of how your slide would look like once you show it to the audience. For example, choosing Cut, maybe Fade would be clearer. Push the slide once it is shown to the audience. Split option, and so on. Of course, you can click on the small arrow for more options. There are different options that can add life to your presentation slides. For example, let's choose the Dissolve. And always notice that this effect that you choose is only applied to the specific slide that you're working on, or the active slide. Here you have the option in timing to apply to all slides, which means that this selected option of transition effect will be applied to all your slides in your presentation. There are several other options. For example, you can add a sound to your presentation or slide when it appears in the show. Here, for example, I will choose the applause sound. I will add the duration of the applause, of course. And we have the advanced slide options, which means that this effect is shown once I click on the mouse, or I can set an automatic duration or pre-specified duration, which means that this transition of slide happens after a certain period of time as I want to specify. Let's have a preview of how this slide would look like with the effect Dissolve and adding the sound. I will click on Preview first. And here is your slide. You could, of course, choose to add more time of the applause, and make it as an opening to your presentation. Click on Preview again. And your first slide is alive.